speaking of Asia Wilson and being a superstar in this league, how about some All-Star talk, Shawnee? Because today we got
'Cause
the
I got
starters.
packed up for that.
Oh, you did? You got packed
Yeah.
up? Oh,
Well, I
well,
mean, no, hold on. Well, let me not say that. I didn't get
let's.
packed up, but like people was like
They were on
arguing
you.
with me.
Well,
Yeah.
let's list. So first off, obviously Caitlin and Fee as your captains here. Aaliyah
Mm-hmm.
Boston, Paige Beckers in her rookie season makes it as a starter. Alicia Gray, who's been absolutely hooping. If you haven't been paying attention, please lock in because she has been phenomenal. Sabrina, Neka, Satu, Stewie, and Asia are your starters. And we'll find out the reserves on July 6th. So a week from today? Question mark. I don't know, man. Days. But
Right.
so let's start with where you got packed up at. I don't think I saw this on Twitter.
It was like when it was more so like when the media vote and the player vote was,
Let me go.
Yeah. Shout out to Megan Hall. She had that information on her account. But it was like you see where everybody's voting everybody, and Caitlyn got voted 9th in the player. And I was kind of like, that makes sense to me. Like, she hasn't been healthy. The game she has played, it hasn't been like, there have been some stinkers, but lingering injury stuff like that. Like, the production hasn't been what we have expected.
Mm-hmm.
She's shown some bright spots, so I think that's what the media voted. So when they said 4, I think that's like based on like her at her best this season. Yeah, put her at 4. Her at her worst, put her at 9. Like that's
Yeah, I have
I
no
think
problem with this. You got packed
so,
up for
but like
this?
yeah, because they was like name eight guards better than her, and I was like, I don't think it's better like as a whole. Like if I'm building
Yeah.
a franchise, am I taking anybody? No, I think it's for right now in this moment in this season. There are people that like there are names that like deserve for their efforts. Like first off, I think we need to like really take a step back and remind everyone, like we do every year, WNBA All-Star is not the same as WNBA first team or second team. It's an exhibition game that is like generally led by the fans. So the people that are mad that she was a captain, get over it. Get your votes up. Don't care. The people that are mad that she's 9th, get over it. Like just be, hold out for all W. Like that's what really matters. This is an exhibition. It's for fun. So like I like the drama that comes with seeing the player vote, because I'm old enough to remember Sabrina got voted 19th and the players were absolutely correct in their assessment. I feel like
KP got the treatment this year. She got 16.
16. That was the one I was like, is everything all right?
Damn.
So like saying KP is 16 and Paige is 4, that's where it gotta like, and this is no hate, like completely removing all jokes aside, like that feels a little glazy. Like
You think?
Yes, 4th, Paige 4th, bro. They ain't won nothing.
Well, this ain't all W.
It's not all W. However,
You,
like, what are you? Okay,
I don't know, this stretch of like the last like 7 games she's played since she came back from that like the concussion. She's been damn good, Shawnee.
but like 4 is a little too much for me. But like that's the league's baby. Everybody loves her. We keep having to hear about it. So it's like if that's how it's gonna be, then
there's the hate. Rev it up. There it is. It's coming in
but
now.
like no, that everybody has the same sentiment. Like this is we couldn't wait for her. They did roll out the red carpet for her, and you knew they would. So
yeah, it was
so I mean, and it is what it is. Because again, like nobody's obligated to do anything for anybody.
Yeah.
And I think like if we can accept that and move on, but just stop lying about it. That's really the problem. It's okay if one thing is one way and one thing is the other way. But like don't gaslight me and tell me like I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. Right. So, 4 felt glazy, especially like with the year like Skylar is having.
So that's what I wanted to ask you about. Was Skylar to me was probably the biggest, well, maybe probably AT the biggest snub overall, but like frankly we've kind of grown accustomed to her not getting.
That's not a snub. She has 12 fans. She's never gonna get like, and she doesn't really care about that. She just had a quote the other day that is going to be used as that meme, saying I don't care. When it's asked about like the Mercury having headlines and this, that, the third, she said, I don't care. That's where she is on all of that. So I'm never gonna be upset on her behalf because she doesn't care, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
been like
hard to
this.
it's harder to get like the feelings up for that. But Skylar, I'll ride for Skylar on this one because I think that Skylar is playing like genuinely. There's been seasons where she scored a lot, and there's been seasons where she's assisted a lot. And I think this year she has struck such a good balance where she's top 3. Last I checked, her like season averages right now is both top 3 in scoring and assists in her career, like as terms of compared to other seasons. She's been able to strike a balance this season of like scoring and assisting that I don't know if she's done a better job of striking that balance before in past seasons. She certainly like scored more in other seasons. She's assisted more in other seasons. But in terms of like doing both at a high level at the same time, like this has been a fantastic year for her. And so like to see the player rank at 3 is like great, valid. But Shawnee, you ready to lock in? Because
I think it was racist for them to give Paige.
How
over
is
Skylar.
Sabrina? I'm not talking about Paige. I want to talk about Sabrina, Shawnee.
No, hold on, because before we move on to that, I would like to say you cannot have these speeches and then take a black woman's spot on the roster.
Shawnee.
If you were going to be a true ally, give it up.
Shawnee.
But continue. Sabrina is what now?
Let me tell you right now. I got some stats over here for you, Shawnee.
No.
Did you know that right now Sabrina Ionescu is shooting her 3rd worst field goal percentage in her career, and is shooting her
wait,
and is shooting her 2nd worst 3-point percentage in her career.
Hey, hold up, because like the Liberty have been winning, and she's been doing that thing where she'll like suck and then second half like not suck. So it's like recency bias. So I was kind of like, this ain't the game for me to like pull out the highlighter because she technically shot 43%. So I'll be back. But she sucks. And I told y'all this.
I'm looking at the stats right here. This is her 2nd lowest assist total right now. And
a loser.
Like frankly, I'm like the scoring averages is like have still been there. Like she's, I mean, this is her most that she's averaged scoring wise, by 0.4, no 0.3. But I'm just
like,
not.
At what cost?
I'm just not moved, and I'm really not like no, I'm certainly not the Sabrina hater to your level by any means. But like just in terms of like those guards, like if you're like looking at like the top guards here, like Sabrina to me is easily the one I'm the least moved by this season. Like
and this is interesting because like right now I know she's in a weird stretch because her neck hurts from choking all the time in big games.
Christ, Shawnee.
So that's gonna be the excuse when it's like, why is she playing with a neck injury? That's kind of weird. And why doesn't she know not to play with injuries? Like, you too old for this. Anyway, I think she started off the season pretty solid because, like, again, there was a few times where I was like, I can't. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't like I'm not gonna give you credit, but I'll be back.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and then the Liberty until Caitlyn killed them were the best team in the league and looked virtually unstoppable. So she was a part of that.
Yeah.
And now we're finding out
that you're defending Sabrina.
No, hold on, because now we're finding out she's a John Quell merchant. But like the votes have
there
already
you go.
been put in.
There it is.
The votes are already in, man.
There it is.
She's a John Quell merchant. Natasha Cloud also got the boost from being the Liberty because what were the headlines? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all said it. Y'all was like, Natasha Cloud makes them unbeatable. Oh my gosh.
Natasha Cloud has been fantastic.
Well, okay. And that's why they put her ahead of Caitlyn because everybody was like, this is so great. They're going to go undefeated. And then they did for a while. And then
they got hurt.
No, they weren't. They played a real team. I told y'all that. I told y'all look at the schedule. Pull up the clip. Run the clip. Because I told y'all, I said, when did they play? Remember, we looked up the schedule and saw they don't play the Lynx until August. And I was saying, like, they ain't played nobody yet. So then they started playing somebody. And now all of a sudden, oh, no, we're not built for this. I'm out for 3 games. I'm out for 4 games. Like, yeah, like, we're seeing what happens when the big dogs come to town. So, what was the question? Sabrina sucks, right?
You lost yourself. No, basically my point is I would take Skylar over Sabrina. Like that is
I would take Skylar over
point.
Paige. Well, okay, I guess if you guys feel like Paige is an all world, I feel like it makes sense to me to give the person on the best team, a defending champ, the respect of being voted in a starter. Like,
Let me make, hold on. Wait, hold on. Can you say that again? I want to make you full screen.
I understand why. So I would bump the rookie off if it were me. Like, they put Sabrina at 19th. She could go back there. I wouldn't mind it. But it's like, and it's interesting because people are kind of seeing, like, people were pulling that up to, like, justify Caitlyn. Like, see, there is jealousy and hate in the WNBA. And I was like, yeah, we knew that. But, like, this isn't the time to bring that up. I feel like this evidence was to be used last season for a lot of the stuff.
It would have made more sense.
Like, yeah, but this now is just like, y'all.
Yeah, no,
relax.
That 9 seemed perfectly.
Yeah, like it's not bad because there's some people in the double digits that I was like.
Yeah, I did want to pull up the forwards as well here. Again,
16, that's crazy.
I don't think there was anything crazy here. I think the biggest thing for me is in what you're saying in terms of player rank and media rank, or what?
Like, I didn't like Aaliyah Boston.
9s are crazy. I think the biggest thing to me is seeing Kiki Iriafen above Angel in both media and player rank. I thought was interesting. Which, I mean, Angel struggled, and really all of Chicago struggled the early part of the season, and now Angel was.
But like she was another one that was kind of like the league's daughter.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, y'all. Ooh, that's how y'all voting for real?
Yeah, no, I was pretty shocked by seeing that. Again, like Kiki's been really solid, obviously, this year too. But even like Alyssa Thomas, like has, like even from a player perspective, like I'm not surprised from the fan perspective, but like 7 and 6 from the media and players, like Alyssa Thomas is genuinely, like in terms of numbers. Now I don't think that she's gonna win MVP or anything, but we're right back to where we were during, what was it, 23 with Stewie and Asia, and that's
the problem. It was boring then, and it's boring now. Nobody want to see that. You're just boring the hoes. Now they're making fan cams because they're lusting after her. So that's good. Maybe next year. That's
marketing strategy. That's real marketing.
Yeah, let's try it again next year and see how that
stands out. Get the stands out.
If you get a couple fan cams, maybe we'll put you in. But it's just like, okay. 1, Asia, 2 feet. I'm not putting her above either of them. I'm not putting her above Stewie. NECA, that's where we get kind of dicey. Well, no, let me stop because I haven't really paid that close attention to NECA.
NECA is at 17 and 8 right now. She's
yeah. I'm not putting her over NECA. I'll put her over. Then swap her and Satu. That's really where it gets. For me, because Aaliyah, like that's the weird part. Some of these people are like combos. I don't really count Sabali as like a big per se.
Yeah. Like Gabby the same.
Yeah, so it's like I think Aaliyah could be higher if Sabali was. They need like a third category.
Yeah, you just got guards and forwards, so it's like the 3 4s. We got a whole lot of 4 5s that are like the best in the league,
right?
But it kind of leaves the 3 4s in like an odd like comparison. Because how do you compare Gabby Williams to Aaliyah Boston?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
so that's where I'm coming. Like I would put Aaliyah up higher, over Kiki. Yeah, definitely over Kiki. So I guess who's 7? Gabby. Yeah, it gets weird. I would just put Aaliyah higher. So I think Aaliyah kind of got a.
Yeah, 9 is interesting. To get it from both the media and the players is, I think that's what it kind of gets interesting to me is like whether it does or doesn't line up between the media and players, because like across the forwards, it's pretty spot on, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think AT is literally the only one, and it's 7 to 6, but like when you go to the guards, there is a lot more variety. Like whether it be the players ranking Caitlyn 9 and the media having her 3, Kelsey Mitchell, 11 on the media versus 6 on the player rank. KP, 6 on the media and 16 in the players. Like,
that's man, like what happened? Because what? Isn't she like a union VP? Like, I don't know.
I don't know what happened with KP. Like,
Oh man, hold on. Well, I'll get to this in a second.
Yeah. But no, I mean, again, I think to me, Skylar is like if I had a true gripe, again, like I think AT is probably the best player left off. But in terms of like all-star stuff, we kind of know what the deal is to a point with AT. But Skylar, I think, is the one I feel like I had like the biggest immediate gripe with whenever this all got revealed and everything. But I'm interested for you, Shawnee. Do you have any as Caitlin goes and turns into GM Caitlin? Do you have any advice? Any players you want to see her with in particular that she hopes she drafts as she enters into GM Caitlin mode?
No.
I want her to draft Paige. So
I want her to draft Angel. I want to see that connection again because they both have what the other person needs. That connection is good. Like it clearly meant nothing in free agency, so I don't care. I just hope everyone has fun.
That's a great way to end this. Great. I'm so moved. Thank you, Shawnee.
Rob Lowe had a point.
I hope everyone get your W hoodies out. Just wear the logos. No jerseys. But no, I mean, what a day. What a day in W news. We're going to the Northeast. Melissa's going to Vegas, and we got 12 players that we know for a fact are going to Indiana.
Emma Mieseman is never coming to America again.
No, never. I don't know where.
Julie Van Loo got cut today, but apparently she was coming back from Euro basketball and literally just landed. So wicked. They're like, well, she didn't get to celebrate with her team winning the championship because she rushed back over here for, her W obligations. Mm-hmm. And so Emma Mieseman apparently commented and was like, yeah, that's not fair. And I was like, oh, she already thought America was ghetto. She's never coming back. Never.
Absolutely not.
Man, congratulations. You guys scared me.
We're done putting her in the Wattpad. We got a goat overseas that y'all keep scaring away. We just want to see her in the W. We just want to
don't bring her name up in any signings anymore. That's dead.
Nope. I don't care about your cap space. I don't care. Nope. Emma Mieseman is that dream.
Unless you moving your franchise overseas,
that ain't happening. It ain't happening. You better. Our best chance of seeing her at like those wee Paris games. That's our best chance of seeing her. Emma Mieseman, you are going to Paris. And on that note, thank you for tuning in to Ball Up Top. A loaded day here. But make sure, of course, you check out our friends at Home Field. Use code NOCAT15 to get 15% off your first purchase. If you're here, you can look in the description. You can find the link. The personalized set of your best college merch. College season is going to be here before you know it. So make sure you are ready for that. And of course, here on the YouTube, if you're watching here, like, subscribe, share. We just passed 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. I forgot to mention that. Shout out to y'all. That's another great milestone for us. So we appreciate y'all so much. So if you're not subscribed, check to see if you're subscribed. Of course, do that. And then also if you're listening on podcast platforms, rate 5 stars, share, comment, all those type of things. And last but not least, WBB.com. You can subscribe for free, get our free content, the wonderful weekly column from Andrew 5 Out on top of our other free content. And of course, our Ball Knowers tier where you get our paid content as well. There's been a lot of dope paid content dropping recently. I've been pretty excited.
More to come.
More to come. I got one of the drafts right now ready to go from my weekend in Dallas. So make sure you stay tapped in across the board. And I'll see you next time.